Welcome to another exciting episode of Dumb Apple Farmer Talks, DAFT. And today it is pretty dang exciting, okay? We're talking two very interesting topics, apples and crack. Okay, apple crack as it were.
Wilson's Orchard does not condone the use of any illegal substance. Although addicting, Wilson's Orchard does not use any illegal substances in any of its products.
Here's the deal about Honeycrisp. A lot of times you get an apple that is crunchy. And some apples are just particularly juicy. And some apples are sweet. But Honeycrisp is the one apple that combines those three attributes in a way no other apple does. They are crunchy and juicy at the same time, coupled with the fact that they're a naturally sweet apple. So when you bite into a Honeycrisp, it's damn near like a ripe peach. You just got so much juice, it's wanting to sort of flow out of your mouth. Makes it kind of hard to talk, to be honest. But it is a very, very juicy piece of fruit. And for that reason, I think, that's what drives customers to Honeycrisp. Outside of the fact that there must be some chemical compounds in there as well that turn on the insects and other vertebrates of the world, Honeycrisp has the unusual attribute of being juicy as heck, being crunchy as heck, and being sweet at the same time. And that's what drives people crazy towards it, I think. And as a result, the brains behind the apple industry have now decided, and maybe rightfully so, based on probably 10,000 focus groups, that every apple has to be crunchy. Has to be like, you got to be able to sort of beat this thing on your head and nothing happens to it, which works good for shipping. But yet, to date, no apple has really, even though a lot of crosses with Honeycrisp have been made and some of them released now into the market, nothing has taken the place of Honeycrisp because this is a customer favorite. And it is interesting to note a little bit about the history of Honeycrisp because this was developed up at the University of Minnesota, you know. And it's often been said by people a lot smarter than me that nothing good ever came out of Minnesota. And I kind of buy into that, okay? You got the Twins, they're doing all right this year. And you got some other stuff that's kind of cool. But I mean, my God, the mosquitoes are as big as birds. And that's about the only thing that lives up there, except, you know, some people. But they do have a very extensive apple breeding program. And they have come up with a lot of very interesting varieties, all based around the idea that they have to be winter hardy, which for people that have watched DAFT videos or know the apple business in the upper Midwest know is a very big challenge for us. Keeping trees alive in the winter is a problem. So they developed Honeycrisp, I think back in the 50s and 60s, and they got, a guy came in as plant breeder, and he basically rediscovered Honeycrisp out of all their selections and brought it back to life because it was going to be thrown away because it just wasn't the beautiful red apple that the world seemed to be wanting at that time. He brought it back to life and introduced it out into the world of appledom, and most commercial growers said, nah, we're not that interested in that. But farm markets started planting this thing, and this is where the world changed because farm market experience was people love this apple, right? And so they really drove Honeycrisp back into the mainstream, back into commercial apple production, and now it's one of the most popular apples grown in America for sure, and it still commands higher prices even after all these years, like 20 years. It's unusual, but Honeycrisp still command a premium in the market because they are such an unusually good, juicy, crunchy, sweet apple. So that's Honeycrisp. We're getting ready to pick them this weekend. It will be absolute mayhem here. We will have a great time. It's really full-on harvest when Honeycrisp hit. As you can see, the crop looks pretty good. They're nice and clean. That isn't always the case with Honeycrisp, by the way. They also suffer from calcium disorders, all kinds of rots. They like to bruise. You know, it's a pain in the butt to grow this variety. But it's worth it when you see people and how excited they are to have this apple in their basket, in their mouths, in their bellies.